Atomic Habits: How Tiny Changes Create a Massive Life Transformation. Scene 1. What if the difference between who you are today and who you want to become isn't motivation, talent, or luck, but one tiny choice you repeat each day? A 1% improvement daily may not look like much now, but in a year, it can completely reshape your mind, body, and identity. This is the core idea behind Atomic Habits by James Clear. How small changes, made consistently, can lead to extraordinary results. Scene 2, Story Intro. The 2 Push-Up Rule. A few years ago, a man struggled to stay consistent with workouts. He tried every method, morning alarms, strict diets, even guilt. Nothing stuck. Then he made a new rule: 2 push-ups a day. Not 20, just 2. It sounded pointless, but it was so easy that he couldn't skip it. Over time, those 2 push-ups became a full routine. One habit triggered another: a short run, healthier meals, earlier nights. Within a year, he wasn't just fit, he saw himself differently. He no longer said, "I'm trying to get fit." He said, "I'm someone who takes care of my body." That's the invisible shift that habits create. Identity before outcome. Scene 3. Takeaway 1. The Power of Tiny Gains. James Clear says, habits are the compound interest of self-improvement. Just like money multiplies through compound interest, your habits multiply through repetition. A 1% change feels meaningless today, but repeated daily, it becomes powerful. If you improve by 1% a day for a year, you'll be 37 times better. If you decline by 1% a day, you'll reach 0 just as fast. The key is patience. We often overestimate what we can do in a week and underestimate what we can do in a year. Progress hides in what James calls the plateau of latent potential, that quiet phase where results are invisible. Like heating an ice cube. At 29 degrees, nothing happens. At 31, still nothing. At 32, it melts. All your effort before that moment was never wasted. It was stored potential. Scene 4, Mini Story. The British Cycling Revolution. In the early 2000s, British cycling was a disaster. They hadn't won a Tour de France in a century. Then they hired a new coach, Dave Brailsford, who introduced a philosophy called the aggregation of marginal gains. He focused on making 1% improvements in everything: seat comfort, tire grip, sleep, nutrition, recovery, even painting the inside of the team van white so they could spot dust on equipment. Those small changes compounded, and within 5 years, British cyclists dominated the Olympics and Tour de France. Tiny improvements, multiplied over time, can create world-class results. Scene 5, Takeaway 2. Focus on systems, not goals. We all set goals. I want to lose 10 kilos. I want to start a business. I want to read 50 books. But goals alone don't drive success. Systems do. Goals are about outcomes. Systems are about the daily processes that get you there. If you focus on the result, you delay happiness. You feel successful only when you achieve it. But if you focus on the process, you can feel successful every day you act. James Clear writes, you do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. The question is not, how do I reach my goals? But, what system would make reaching them inevitable? Scene 6, Takeaway 3. Identity-based habits. Most people try to change their behavior by focusing on results. I want to read more. I want to be healthier. But results don't last if your identity stays the same. James suggests flipping the formula. Identity to process result. Start by deciding the type of person you want to be. I'm the kind of person who never misses workouts. I'm a lifelong learner. I'm a calm and focused person. Then prove it to yourself with small wins. Each action is a vote for that identity. Miss a day? It's okay. Winning the election doesn't require every vote, just a consistent majority in the right direction. When your actions and identity align, discipline becomes effortless. Scene 7, Takeaway 4, the 4 laws of behavior change. To make habits stick, James introduces 4 laws of behavior change. Law 1, make it obvious. You can't change what you don't notice. Design clear cues. Put your gym shoes by the door. Lay your journal on your pillow. Law 2, make it attractive. Pair habits with pleasure. Listen to your favorite music while cleaning, or reward yourself after a task. Law 3, make it easy. Reduce friction. The smaller the barrier, the more likely you'll do it. Do it for 2 minutes is the rule, because starting is what matters most. Law 4, make it satisfying. We repeat what feels rewarding, so give yourself small wins. Checklists, streak trackers, anything that makes progress visible. Scene 8, Takeaway 5, design your environment. We think self-control is everything, but often it's environment, not willpower, that decides success. If you keep cookies on your desk, you'll eat them. If you hide them, you'll forget them. If you keep books near your bed, you'll read more. If you keep your phone there, you'll scroll more. Environment design removes decision fatigue. It shapes behavior without effort. James says, you don't need to be disciplined all the time. You just need a better environment most of the time. Small changes in your surroundings create big changes in your behavior. Scene 9, Takeaway 6, the Goldilocks rule. Even good habits can get boring. That's where the Goldilocks rule helps. We stay motivated when a task is just hard enough. Not too easy, not too impossible. If something feels effortless, you lose interest. If it's too difficult, you quit. To stay in the growth zone, find challenges that stretch you slightly beyond comfort, just like a runner adding 1 extra kilometer, or a reader choosing a slightly tougher book. Progress lives in that sweet spot of challenge. Scene 10, Mini story. Small wins in the real world. A writer named Anthony Trollope wrote 47 novels by following one simple rule. Write for exactly 3 hours each morning. No matter what. He didn't wait for inspiration. He relied on consistency. Similarly, Warren Buffett became one of the richest men alive. Not through luck, but by making small, intelligent decisions repeatedly over decades. Their success wasn't explosive. It was incremental and deeply habitual. Scene 11 to 3 practical actions you can start today. Action 1. Start small. Pick one habit that takes under 2 minutes. Read 1 paragraph. Do 1 push-up. Meditate for 1 breath. Action 2. Stack it. Attach it to something you already do. After I pour my coffee, I'll plan my top 3 tasks. Action 3. Track it. Use a notebook, app, or wall chart. Visible progress fuels consistency. Remember, small improvements, done daily, create unstoppable momentum. Scene 12, CTA/call to action. If this summary helped you see habits differently, imagine applying them every single day. Start today. Make 1% improvement. And when you're ready to master focus and deep concentration, watch our next video. A summary of deep work by Cal Newport, ***. Subscribe for weekly book insights that help